The world of music has been graced by countless legends who have left an indelible mark on its tapestry. Among these luminaries, the name Prince shines brightly as a true icon, an artist who not only shaped the musical landscape, but also pushed the boundaries of self-expression. Prince's career was characterized by his boldness in exposing his vulnerabilities, eccentricities, and passions through his music, fashion, and public persona. As the years went by, it became increasingly evident that Prince was acutely aware of the finite nature of his time on earth. This awareness led him to bare his soul and creativity with a fervor that remains unmatched. Prince Rogers Nelson, known simply as Prince, burst onto the music scene in the late 1970s, armed with a raw talent that was as versatile as it was original. His music defied categorization, seamlessly blending funk, rock, pop, and R&B into a sound that was uniquely his own. But it wasn't just his music that set him apart, it was his willingness to expose himself emotionally and creatively. From the very beginning, Prince's lyrics delved into the complexities of love, loss, spirituality, and the human experience. Songs like Purple Rain, When Doves Cry, and Sign of the Times showcased a vulnerability that resonated deeply with his audience. He sang about heartbreak, societal issues, and personal introspection with a level of openness that was rare in the industry. This willingness to expose his innermost thoughts and feelings endeared him to fans and critics alike. Prince's music often served as a window into his soul, allowing listeners to connect with him on a profound level. His evocative lyrics invited interpretation and analysis, creating a sense of intimacy between him and his audience. Through his music, Prince demonstrated that exposing one's emotions and vulnerabilities could create a powerful and enduring connection with listeners. Prince's distinctive fashion sense was another way he exposed himself to the world. His flamboyant outfits, androgynous style, and fearless embrace of bold colors challenged societal norms and traditional notions of masculinity. Whether he was donned in lace gloves, ruffled shirts, or high-heeled boots, Prince fearlessly expressed himself through his clothing. In doing so, he inspired countless individuals to embrace their own identities and reject conformity. His fashion choices were not only a reflection of his artistic expression but also a statement of individuality and nonconformity. At a time when gender norms and fashion were tightly intertwined, Prince's fearless exploration of his personal style paved the way for a more inclusive and accepting perspective on fashion and self-presentation. In essence, he used his clothing as a medium to expose the limitations of societal expectations and to celebrate authenticity. As an artist, Prince never shied away from addressing pressing social issues in his music. He used his platform to advocate for change and expose societal injustices. Tracks like Sign of the Times tackled topics like AIDS, poverty, and drug addiction. In his song Baltimore, he addressed the issue of police brutality, urging listeners to come together for justice and peace. Prince's willingness to address these challenging topics showcased his dedication to using his fame for positive change. Prince's activism extended beyond his music as well. He was known to be generous with his philanthropic efforts, often making donations to causes he believed in without seeking recognition. He cared deeply about education, children's health, and community development. His acts of kindness and generosity exposed his compassionate nature and his commitment to making the world a better place. As Prince's career continued to flourish, there were signs that he was increasingly aware of his own mortality. In 2016, the world was shocked by his sudden and untimely death at the age of 57. In the wake of his passing, it became evident just how much he had exposed and shared through his music and public persona. His vast vault of unreleased music, artworks, and personal effects revealed a man who was unafraid to lay bare his creative process, struggles, and triumphs. In the later years of his life, Prince engaged in discussions about spirituality and the afterlife, hinting at his acceptance of the inevitable. His final performances and interviews showcased an artist who seemed to be making peace with his journey's end. In an interview with Rolling Stone in 2014, he mentioned, "I'm not afraid of death, I'm just afraid of not trying. Sometimes, I think it would be cool to never have to face reality." Prince's passing left a void in the music industry, but his legacy continued to resonate through the music he left behind, as well as the impact he had on fellow artists and fans. His willingness to expose his vulnerabilities, challenge norms, and use his influence for social change set an example that continues to inspire people around the world. Prince's willingness to expose himself through his music wasn't limited to his lyrics alone. His evolution as a musician showcased his constant exploration and experimentation, from his early albums like Dirty Mind and Controversy to his later masterpieces like Purple Rain and Parade. Prince's sound evolved as he fearlessly embraced new genres and musical styles. His mastery of multiple instruments, combined with his unique vocal range, allowed him to create multifaceted compositions that defied genre categorization. His guitar skills were particularly notable, and his iconic guitar solos became an essential part of his live performances. By pushing musical boundaries and consistently reinventing himself, Prince exposed his artistic growth and his dedication to delivering fresh, innovative music to his audience. Prince's collaborative efforts further revealed his willingness to expose his creative process and share the spotlight. While he was undoubtedly a singular talent, he recognized the value of collaboration. He worked with a diverse array of artists, from Madonna and Sheila E. to The Time and The Revolution. These collaborations not only produced memorable music, but also showcased Prince's ability to adapt and merge his unique style with that of other artists. His mentorship of other musicians demonstrated his commitment to nurturing new talent. He mentored and produced for groups like Vanity 6 and Apollonia 6, helping them find their voices in the industry. By exposing his expertise and support, Prince played a pivotal role in shaping the careers of many emerging artists, leaving an enduring mark on the music world. Prince's influence can be seen in the work of countless modern artists. His emphasis on authenticity, self-expression, and pushing artistic boundaries has paved the way for a new generation of musicians who are unafraid to expose their vulnerabilities and challenge societal norms. Artists like Lizzo, Janelle Monáe, and Bruno Mars have all cited Prince as a significant inspiration in their careers. His legacy also lives on through the countless covers and tributes performed by musicians across genres. His impact extends beyond music. His fashion choices, gender-bending style, and dedication to social activism have influenced a broader cultural shift toward acceptance and individuality. In exposing his true self, Prince set a precedent for artists to create meaningful connections with their audiences while remaining true to their identities. Beyond the music industry, Prince's cultural impact cannot be overstated. His unapologetic embrace of his identity as a black artist challenged preconceptions of race in the music world. He shattered barriers and opened doors for artists of color, showcasing that creativity knows no boundaries. The establishment of Paisley Park Studios, his recording and creative sanctuary, further exposed his commitment to fostering artistic exploration. Paisley Park has since become a pilgrimage site for fans and artists alike, offering a glimpse into his creative process and allowing others to experience the environment that nurtured his iconic work. In the years since his passing, Prince's legacy has continued to thrive through posthumous releases, documentaries, and the preservation of his artistic vision. His estate has worked diligently to honor his memory while exposing the depth of his unreleased material, offering fans an opportunity to explore new facets of his artistry. Prince's willingness to expose himself creatively, emotionally, and socially set a precedent that resonates to this day. His music, fashion, activism, and mentorship all exemplify an artist who was unafraid to lay bare his soul for the world to see. As we reflect on his life and career, we are reminded of the power of genuine self-expression, the impact of pushing boundaries, and the enduring legacy of those who are willing to expose themselves in the pursuit of art and authenticity. Prince's story continues to inspire us all to embrace our true selves and create meaningful connections through our creative endeavors.